Welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 2, episode 67. Alrighty then. It is now time for us to head over to our 7th event in North City, which is over at Lotus. And of course, I am going to buy myself this one here, this Lotus Elise, because, well, this is the lowest powered Elise of them all, and essentially overall, the reason why I'm choosing this one is because, well, I dare to be different. But, however, as you can see there, it says there is no more room in the garage, which is essentially what happens, of course, when you have reached the maximum number of cars in the garage, which, as you can see here, I now have 100 cars in my garage. So I'm going to need to sell some cars. Some cars that I don't need, or cars that I have not used. So I'm going to sell this Clio because, well, I have no usage for that one, also because there are no racing mods available, and, well, since I've already done both the events of VW, I don't need the Lupo either, so I'm going to sell that one as well. Other cars I don't need, well, I don't need my Mugen Accord wagon because I have no usage for that. And I also have no usage for my Nissan Stagea either. So I've sold both of those, and yeah. As to any other cars I feel like I should sell, well, I'm not gonna do that. Because as you can see there, I now have enough room in my garage for my Lotus Elise. So that is precisely what I'm going to do. Heading back over to North City to officially head down to Lotus and purchase myself the Elise. The least powered Elise of them all. Just the Elise. Something is caught up in my eye, but I'm not going to bother with that until I'm done with recording. But anyways, so I'm also going to do some tuning because, well, this is not my first attempt at recording this, and, well, one thing I have discovered about this is that, well, I am going to need more than just a computer chip as well as port grinding in order to succeed with this. So I'm going to put on the stage 1 engine tuning. I'm also going to need to put on some tyres as well to hopefully balance the car a little more. So I'm going to put on the sport tyres because, well, this car is quite loose, and, well, just because I want to be precautious, I'm going to put on the sport suspension as well, you know, just to give this car a little bit more balance. And, well, as for the weight reduction, well, I'm not going to do that until I have officially done the first race. So we have 2 events here at Lotus, the Elise Trophy and the Elan Trophy. And so I'm going to get on with the first of those 2 events, which is the Elise Trophy. And we are going to now head to race 1. Okay, so my first attempt in the road car race didn't quite go to plan, but essentially overall I do know what to do this time, and essentially, since I was able to actually control the car a bit more this time from the additional perks I put on this thing, I have actually had an easier time of controlling this thing than I did in my original attempt. because I put on the sport suspension with sport tyres, and this time we are going to Trial Mountain. So attempt number 2 at this, because well, even though the Motorsport Elise was not in that race, I would imagine it's highly probable he could be in this race, and that's what I fear for. And indeed he is just in front of me. Right there in front of me is the Motorsport Elise. And I'm hoping this time it shall be a smoother race this time than it was at Seattle. Considering essentially I fucked up twice at Seattle, which is essentially what I was more or less expecting was going to happen, but meanwhile, at the moment, I am currently in the 3rd position, and since I know I'm not on a city course this time, hopefully this should go a bit more smoothly than Seattle did. And we have 2 Motorsport Elises in this event. We have 2 Lotus Motorsport Elises, both in the same colour as well as also with the same spec and model. And this is going to be a challenge, I suspect. Even though at the moment I am managing to fend off the challenge. So, since I am now on a real racing circuit, or essentially in some cases an actual circuit rather than a city circuit, I'm hoping this time I will have a bit more luck in potentially winning this one, because I did also put on stage 1 engine tuning for this particular sort of race, and as I was more or less expecting, I fucked myself. But fortunately, this is a 2-lap race, and hopefully I will not fuck myself too many more times in this event, and if I do, then I'm going to need to put on weight reduction. Because oddly enough, this car is still being a bitch to me. This car is still being a son of a bitch in terms of overall handling. Because, well, this car at the moment, pretty much a whore to drive because of how little handling it has when you upset the balance, and that's essentially what I did. But I am coming back. I am trying to see if I can fight back, fight my way back up to the front of the field. I am now up into the lead once again here at Trial Mountain. I am managing to hold on to the interval at the moment, in spite of how much fighting with the wheel I am attempting to do with this thing, just to keep it under my control. I'm now up into the lead once again, and hopefully I will not make the same mistake I did in the previous attempt, as I did ease off the throttle just in case, but I have got it this time. Attempt 2 has proven to be my successful attempt, and neither of the Motorsport Elises finished in second, as it was the 190 that finished in second by just under 6.5 tenths. Then it was the 2 Motorsport Elises in third and fourth, virtually unseparated essentially. Then it was the 135 in fourth, and then at the back it was the 111S. So some pretty close racing there, but I was eventually able to emerge on top after being steadier with the car through the final corner than I was on my original attempt, but there we go. Attempt 2 of the road course race has proven to be successful. And all I need to do now is officially put on the racing mod. So don't think I need anything else, but well, just because I'm going a bit sporty with this, I'm going to put on the sport brakes because, well, I do have a feeling this car may have some trouble in terms of stopping power, but as for the overall horsepower, I think I'll be okay with that. I think I'll be okay in terms of that division, but putting on all 3 stages of weight reduction, as it is continuing to drain my overall credits, but we can now put on the racing mod. And we've got some pretty interesting ones here as well. Oh, I like that blue. That is black, I think. I think that is black. Oh, that is a nice green. I do like that green. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. I'm getting this thing in green. Because this is a nice green. A very nice green. And well, just because I want to, I'm going to change the rims as well. And well, this time, I'm not going to head to Dunlop, but I'm going to head over to Speedline. See if there's anything appropriate. Not bad, but let's see what else there is. Not bad, but let's see what else there is. I want to go for kind of a 6-spoke, so you know what? Fuck it. I'll go for these ones. Just because I want to. And now we can head back over to get on with the event. It is now time for our Racing Modified event of the Elise Trophy. And we are going to Clubman Stage Route 5. Let's see how we go. Hopefully we can be successful. And if we are successful, then I will be satisfied. But if we are not, then well, that will be a drag. But anyways, I think I've got a bit more balance on the car this time, so let's see how we go. And also furthermore, we are on yet another reverse course. And this time I am not caught out by the first turn wall like I was in GG1 because, well, I clearly fucked up on that occasion, but fortunately, for me at least, I have not made the same mistake as I did previously, as I of course am now already up into 4th, and I'm now secured for 4th, and someone else is in the same colour as I am, and oh, okay, correction, I don't think this is green, I think this might be black. Well, I suppose I can negotiate with this, but anyways. Final lap at Clubman Stage Route 5 reverse. And I turned in a little bit too early there, but somehow I was still able to dive on the inside and take the lead. And staying on the defensive line. As I'm now officially up into the lead. And it now looks like I'm going to be secure for this one. Yep, I have got the interval. As across the line I go, and I have sweeped the Racing Modifiers event by 6/10 over a fellow Lotus Elise. Then we had the two 135s in third and fourth. In fifth was the 111S, and at the back it was another normal Elise by 1.5 seconds. And 10 grand for winning, and as you would more or less expect me to do, since there are only 2 races in the one make events, obviously after the Racing Modified event you would more or less expect me to save the game. So that is what I am doing. And just before I forget, I'm going to save the replay as well. So I think I have got my replay of the VW Golf, so I don't think that's really too much of a problem. I will have to check to be sure, but I think I do have a replay recorded of my VW Golf, so I don't think there's anything to worry about. And now we can move on. But anyways. And also, another thing I should probably mention, since there are no prize cars from the one make races, there is no reason for me to head back to my garage. Figured I should mention that. But anyways, we are now 63.47% complete with this game. So, our first of 2 Lotus events are down. Now we need to head over to our second event, which is the Elan Trophy. Coming up next time. Stay tuned for more GT2.